What's up, my little pulselings? How's it going? Thanks for joining me today, where every day from Monday to Friday we will take a look at a different game to see if it's worth your hard-earned money or if it's not. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And on a Friday, if I do any Let's Play, I'll put it up then, so you got a bonus video. Let's get to the video. Sup, pulsers? Thanks for joining me today. We are taking a look at Arcane Wilds. This is an Western-themed fantasy RTS. Let's hear from the developer. Arcane Wilds is a Western-themed fantasy RTS with a unique twist of resource management. Gather steel, transport resources to use them in battle strategically. Embark on a new journey, survive missions, face mystical creatures in battle, and loot treasures to build and upgrade your home island. I've had a little bit of going this. This is classed as early access, and this is a demo of early access. Let's just jump into it. Right, so we're gonna have a quick little looky around. This is your island. This is not your first mission or your base. This is your personal island. Basically, you go off in missions. As you can see, I've got 104 sapphires because I've done the first mission, but the recording messed up, so we'll come back into it again. Anyway, this is your island, so this is where you'll be building your base. And this is like your main character, dude. Now, I would say to the developer, you need to add a speed up button, but that's only for solo, because obviously you can't do that in multiplayer. Oh. So this is some of the other stuff I wanted to show you. Because if I did a demo of just the first level, you're not going to see that you can actually come to your island and do things. Which you need gold and stuff like that for. And you can actually rob them off. I think you can get them off other players. I'm not sure about that part. But I do know you can get them off the actual game. Which is a cool idea. So basically you're kind of like a colonizer group. So I'm gonna pick I think I've got to find the mission which one it was now. Liberate, defend the temple. No, is that the last one I think? So I get sapphire, fame and supplies. Now, as you can see, you can host public, you can host friend only, or you can go solo. I'm gonna pick solo. Because nobody I know is online at the moment. Now, this game does have potential. This is early access. But I think there are a few issues that need to be brought up. One of the issues is this dullish look. The game itself, when it's fully into it, actually does look nice, but for some reason I don't know if it's just my monitor or if it's just the demo. The pictures you see on the Steam page are bright and colourful, but in the actual game it's dull. I've gone through quite a few display settings, and I don't know, it's just this like dull overcast in the game, and I don't know why that is. Anyway, these are little engineer dudes. They will go out and collect wood for you. I've got to wait for them to finish getting some resources, then I can start building. Now, when you call in troops, when you build troops, they come on the boat. So I built those two engineers a while ago, and the boat's only just turned up, which is really annoying. How long it takes for when you order troops for them to turn up. Let's get a couple of more engineers, because I will need them. First thing you need to find is your starting resource. The neutrals will stand there and leave you alone. I don't understand why they're so close to you. This seems to be on every map as well. They're really close to where you are. I personally don't like that, but there you go.
Right. As ordered. Of course.
Right. some of these can actually be the enemy teams as well, which I found really annoying, off-putting. But this resource is extremely important that you find it as soon as you can. You need this for upgrades. For the healing building, which is like a hospital, I thought you just stand your troops next to it and they will heal. No, you need this essence inside the building for some reason to heal your troops. Otherwise, none of them will get healed. Because the first time I built one of those buildings, I built it down here. Right, I want two of you.
All right.
Let's go up, start doing that.
Yes.
You are going to be my builder. Right, we need a barracks.
As we train.
For hand-to-hand combat troops, we need a firing one. Well, I'm going to skip to where these buildings are done, so you're going to watch me build each and every single one of them. Right, so I built 2 barracks, and I built 2 firing ranges. That's going to allow me to build 5 troops of melee for each of them, and 5 for ranged troops for each of them. Now this is your upgrade center. Now this uses the essence, and it's the only way to upgrade your units. And this does the same for the firing units, but again it needs essence. Now if you build a hospital near here, it also needs essence. And they will store the essence inside the hospital. So get enough to actually upgrade this building. That takes a while. It's an unnecessary step. I don't understand why it's in the game, to tell the truth. Now my population's 13 out of 20. You need to do certain things such as build, attack, neutrals and stuff like that in order to have a higher population. It doesn't tell you that, which is weird. So I can build 10 of those and 10 sniper units. So I'm going to build 10 of those now. But I don't have enough. So once I kill these neutrals off, I will be able to build more units. But I've got to kill them first. And again, I've got to wait for this boat to come in. Drop the troops off. I don't like that element in an RTS. I think it should be built from these buildings, the barracks and the firing range. Now in your training post, you can also upgrade basic supplies, so how much they can gather, how fast they gather, stuff like that. Pretty straightforward for an RTS. Like I said, the only real glitch I've got is the dull look and the fact you've got to wait for this boat. Right, here comes the troops I've just ordered. So if you're under attack or in the middle of a hefty fight, you've got to wait nearly a minute odd for your troops to come to where you are. It's kind of just weird, if you ask me. But there you go. Right, let's go start killing some neutrals.
Yes. Right. My saber wanted.
And we have an increase in the population.
Level that structure.
So we can order some more, and then we've got to wait for the troops to be able to turn up. One of the cool things your troops can do, which I think is pretty cool, they can pick up any resource that they can carry, and then they can just click on one button and they just go drop it off at your main harbour. I think that's pretty cool. I don't think that's normal in RTSs for your troops to be able to carry resources. Anyway, they chuck it in now, and Bob's your uncle.
Orders.
Right, as you can see, I've got my little army now.
Sir.
You can separate them into separate groups with control 1 and 2.
Right.
Now my mission is to get over here. Now the path finding in your troops is actually pretty cool. Neutrals like that you should ignore because they will kill loads of your men. And all that shrine does is give you 150 essence, which isn't that good. Right, dude's a bit far ahead, isn't he?
All right. Count on me.
Right, we kill this dude. So they take quite a lot of damage, these guys. So if you're fighting each and every one of them, you will lose a lot of troops.
Yes. On my way. All right. Consider it grabbed.
Right, so one of your troops will pick up the relic, which is part of the mission. Now that troop carrying the relic will run very slow because it's a heavy object.
Ready.
And the rest of them grab sapphire. If there's gold on the stage or anything like that, any other material that you want at your main base, you grab that while you're there. Then you click on drop off at harbour, and they'll all go back, which I think is pretty neat, nifty little button. I do think on your main base, you should get to queue up troops. I think this is a big problem with the game, the fact that you don't get to queue up the troops. They only allow you to build what you want. They won't allow you to stack them up so they're ready to go, because you're constantly going to be waiting for this silly boat. This is the bit that this is the bit I really don't like about the game, where you got to wait for this boat because your men are right there. So if you're in the middle of a heated battle, you're just going to be waiting. But I do like the fact they can carry back resources to troops. I find that really appealing. Come on, relic.
Give me a. I'll be
Get away from that.
count on me.
Let's make some space for relic guy, so that he can drop it off. And again, you take him out to the hospital.
Right.
They have to use that essence in order to heal your troops. So as well as upgrading everything with the essence, it also is needed to heal your troops, which takes quite a while for it to go around each individual troop, which I've also noticed. But there you go. You can keep playing or you can leave. This will give you a nice little readout of what you've done. You get your little swimming certificate, bronze, silver and gold, if you've got all the stuff that you needed. So if you stay on the stage and collect more of the resources, you'll go higher towards the gold. Same as you get more fame by killing individual villagers. And there is a yellow team on that island. When I was recording it the first time, the yellow team was right next to me. So my fight pretty much started straight away and I wiped them out. So, yeah, you just stay on stages and you'll get the gold. So what happens is you bring everything back to your main island where you are building stuff, upgrading and doing the missions according to which resources you have, which is why when you go on the mission tabs, you look at what the missions have on them. So that each mission has something else. You've got Sapphire, Liberation, liberate friendly villages from the enemy. Duration, I think that's supposed to be 15-20 minutes. I'm not very sure. It's got a little clock on it. Who knows? So I gather once you get more fame and kick on, you get better missions. Level up increases island population, 1 per level. Ship space, 1 per 5 levels. So it's an interesting idea. Well, I think it is anyway. It's that I think there are some things that need to be sorted out. 1 would be the queuing system. 2 would be the graphics. When I change graphics, it really alters the game. I think it's because I've got a widescreen monitor. Some of the demos don't play nicely with widescreen monitors. Usually the games do, so it's just normally the demos have an issue where they squish this down tinily. And that's just the way of it. But I do like the concept of you've got a little island that you go out robbing and come back. However, I think the boat thing needs to be altered, or it needs to be almost instantaneously. You don't want to sit there for 2 to 3 minutes waiting for your troops to come in, especially if you're in the middle of a fight. Because if you start a fight with an enemy, they will travel back to your base. Because I tried pulling troops back to heal them, and the enemy come down with me, so... they're in your base at that point. I do think there is an issue with this greyness over the picture. I don't know how well you're picking it up at home, but there's this like grey-ish dullness over the screen. When you're in like that, it's okay, but even then there's still a dullness. But when you zoom out even a little bit, it looks really dull. I don't know if it's just me, but it does look quite dull, and it is different from the Steam pictures. Anyway, that was only a quick little look at the game, because it is early access and in demo, and I think it has a few issues that need to be sorted. That was Arcane Wilds, and as always, you do you. This has been Pulse Beetle. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Keep the pulse. And remember,